Hello there, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is part one of a seriously huge declutter. So this is a decluttering project, like I've said, and this is part one. So I've already been through my items. It's literally taken us the last week to go through things, and I've really had to go through them with a fine-tooth comb, literally opening everything, sniffing everything, trying things out on my hand, just to see what really was still okay, what was debatable, like a questionable pile. So I've put them in a basket to use up ASAP, and then also things that were definitely kind of for the bin, and things that were to keep, things that were unopened. I had so many things to go through, guys, like so many things. There's no way I could have done it on camera because nobody's got like 6 hours a day to watch me do that stuff. Anyway, I'm sure some people might find it therapeutic to watch, but my camera battery would decide to conk out. So the first lot of decluttering I'm going to show you today is mainly skincare for the face. Now, I had an absolute mound of the stuff. Some things I thought might have still been okay, but sadly they weren't. When you check the little sell-by dates on them, as in once they're opened, it's like a little box with an open lid. It tells you how many months things have really got before they kind of go past their best. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to bin these items, but this does mean that you should be kind of vigilant to get them used within that kind of amount of time. That kind of amount of frame of time. I've totally fluffed that, but never mind, I'm keeping it in. So anyway, yeah, it's just a guideline more than anything. I personally say do the sniff test. If something doesn't smell nice, or if you try it on your hand and it just doesn't feel right, the consistency, or if it's sticky and it shouldn't be sticky, then put it in the bin. It's really better to be safe than sorry. And that's the case for everything in life, isn't it? It's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, so this is the first lot, and this is skincare. All of this is to go in the bin. Everything else, I've got some things on some shelves behind us here. I don't know if you can see there, not literally on top of the shelves because that's advent calendar stuff, but on the little shelves behind us on that little wooden unit, I've got items that I've all got opened, and I know that I've had them open for at least a year, so they most definitely need used up. So I'm making a conscious effort to get those items behind us used up, and then I've currently got unopened items up on a little shelf next to us over here, but you can't see that shelf. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly go through these with you just to show you what I'm putting in the bin. Now, I am absolutely devastated at some of this stuff that I'm binning, but it's no good anymore, guys, and it's definitely going in the bin. First product, Clinique. Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover for Lids, Lashes and Lips. As you can see, this is still almost full, but it's an oil-based makeup remover, and it's mainly for lashes and lids and lips. Now, I've never really used it. I think I've used it a handful of times. I just don't go and grab it, and it got pushed aside and totally forgotten about. Now, it's definitely been open more than 6 months. The guideline is 6 months on this. It's probably been open for about 18 months. So this is most definitely going in the bin. It kind of seemed okay, but I'm not willing to take the risk. I'm really not. I'm so used to using micellar water to take my makeup off anyway that, like I say, that gets pushed aside. And I did get it in a gift set ages ago, so it's fine. And I bought the gift set for myself, by the way. Anyway, the next product is by Lovebird, and this is American. Life's a Beach Sea Kelp and Aloe Hydrating Face Spritz. This basically doesn't really smell very nice anymore. When I first got it about a year ago, it smelled quite nice. When I tried squirting it the other day, it did not smell good. Now, there isn't actually an indication of how long it lasts once you open it. It doesn't have it on, but it just doesn't smell great. It's starting to smell a little bit like foisty socks. Who wants to spray foisty socks on their face? Not me. So anyway, that's the second product going in the bin. The next product is just a tiny little sample size, and this is MAC Strobe Cream. I got this as a little freebie when I brought a couple of MAC lipsticks a few years ago, and I don't think I've ever used it. And it does say 24 months on the back, but I'll be honest with you, I don't really use strobe creams, and for all it looks okay, it smells a little bit old. Yeah, it's definitely got like a kind of plastic smell. Even though it looks quite nice on my hand, it really does look like a nice highlight and strobe cream. it doesn't smell nice. It smells plasticky and foisty, so that is definitely going in the bin. The next product I've had for a couple of years. I think I got this in a mystery box from Glossybox about 2 or 3 years ago, and yeah, it was even old back then because I think it had been a previous box a year before that. When I went to spray it again, it just didn't smell good. This is Studio 10 Makeup Mist Glow Plexion. Now, I thought this looked really, really nice, but again, it just got pushed aside and didn't get used. So it said once opening, I think it said 9 months. Why do I remember saying 9 months? It's on the bottom, 12 months, not 9 months. But it's definitely been open longer than that, and it doesn't smell good. If it had smelled alright, I might have risked keeping that one just to give it another go, but it really didn't smell good. But it's such a shame because the packaging is so, so cute. I don't know if you can see that, but beautiful packaging. It's just no good for my face anymore because it smells. It doesn't smell great. Another product that's went a bit smelly is the Pry Ageless Throat and Neck Cream. This I got in a Latest in Beauty box. Oof, it must have been about a year ago. Since then I've gotten another one which I gave to my mum for her birthday. And this one was mine, and I think, was it Latest in Beauty? It might have been a Look Fantastic box, you know. Anyway, I haven't particularly used loads of it, but it's just started to smell horrible. Smells a cross between foisty old face cream and yogurt. Like, it doesn't smell nice at all. So again, it went past its shelf life with this. There's no expiration dates on most of this stuff, but there is that indication, like I say, of that open lid box symbol, and it had gone well past that. So yeah, I'm doing the sensible thing and I'm getting rid. Better to be safe than sorry, I keep saying that. Next product is by Ren, really nice skincare brand, and this is Keep Young and Beautiful Instant Firming Beauty Shot. This, I believe, I got in a Feel Unique sample. It was in the Pick and Mix samples, and I think I'd got it a few times about 6 months ago. And the last one of these that I used, it left a kind of like residue on my face. It really wasn't very nice. It kind of looked like my skin was peeling off almost. It looked like I had sunburn on my face. So I quickly tried this one the other day and it did the same thing. So this is going in the bin. It's no good. Time frame wise, it was probably just in date to use, but yeah, I'm not risking it. It really wasn't nice on my face a few days ago. I think it was about a week ago I tried it and it looked like I had sunburn. And trust us, we've got no sun at the moment, so I definitely didn't have sunburn. Next product is by a brand called Bow with an E on the end. I think I got this in, I want to say Rocker Box, but I could be wrong, maybe a year ago. I'm really not sure. And it is a lash oil, and it's an organic, I'll get it out eventually. It's an organic brand for healthy, hydrated, beautiful lashes. I've never used it. I have opened it, I know I have, because I wanted to see what it smelled like when I got it. And it says once opened, 6 months. It's a vegan friendly product though. And I remember opening it and having a smell to see what it smelled like. It comes in like a little dropper. And yeah, it just doesn't smell nice. It smells just plasticky. It just really doesn't smell nice. I am not putting that anywhere near my eyelashes. I really don't want my eyelashes to fall off in the middle of the night. So yeah, that's going in the bin. Next product for the bin. I've never heard of this brand, but I got it in a Latest in Beauty box about 2 years ago. Ages and ages ago. And I bought it, you know, and I never used it. I tell you, I buy too much stuff and things get pushed aside and don't get used. So this is a Mana Revive Facial Oil, and it's just a small little bottle, but I thought it looked so, so cute. I had to get it at the time. I had to put it on my choices. It looks so, so cute, and I went to smell it the other day. I think I used it once. It doesn't smell horrendous, but I know I've had it open for like nearly 2 years, so there's no way this is alright. It says 6 months, so it's going in the bin. Next product is by Barry M, and this is a kind of makeup item. This is the Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir, and this is basically a primer for the face. And it just looked so, so cute, the bottle. At the time, I just had to have it because I like anything mystical like mermaids and unicorns, which I know is a little bit pathetic really, but anyway. Yeah, it's like a kind of pinky coloured glittery gel type stuff. Doesn't smell of anything really, it's all pretty much fragrance free. But I tried to use this the other day just out of curiosity because I hadn't used it in about a year. In fact, it might be more than a year. And I've barely used it full stop because I didn't think it was an amazing primer. For all I do like Barry M, I like the fact they're cruelty free, mainly vegan friendly and very affordable. At the end of the day, this wasn't a fantastic product though, so I remember pushing it aside for a reason, that I didn't actually like it that much. So anyway, yeah, it got pushed aside and it went a bit gloopy. So again, I don't really fancy using that on my face because it's not really the best product. Next product, Monu Skin. This is a moisture rich collagen eye cream for dry skin. I don't particularly have dry skin, and this cream I must have had for about a year or more, and I've definitely opened it at some point. Now it does say 12-month shelf life on the little open lid box thing, and it's about half full, but I've got so many eye creams. This one was starting to smell a bit funny. You know when skincare stuff like not body creams, but even body creams do this as well, but when face creams start to get a little bit of a funky smell, you know that it's time to bin them, and that was getting a funky smell. Next product, I think I'm going to have a sip of my juice in a minute, my throat's gone bone dry. The next product is by Ren Skincare again, really nice brand. This is Ever Calm Global Protection Day Cream. This I think I got in a Look Fantastic beauty box, and it says 6 months on the back, and I've definitely had it open longer than that. Now it's half full, and I was debating keeping it, but it just smells a little bit funny. Like I'm saying, when something starts to smell a little bit funky or a little bit icky, or if it feels a bit tacky when it shouldn't be tacky, it's time to put it in the bin. So yeah, that is also going in the bin. The next product should probably be in my empties one because I'm pretty sure this is almost empty. It's a tiny sample by Marcel Beauty, and it's the City Anti-Pollution Day and Night Moisturising Emulsion Cream. So it's a day and night face cream. It's only a small sample. Needless to say, this came from Birchbox. Birchbox are famous for doing tiny little samples, but this was actually really nice. But it's definitely been open longer than it said. I've had it for about 2 years now, and it's almost all gone, so that should have really gone in empties. But it wasn't bad, it really wasn't too bad. I wouldn't exactly put that on a never buy again list, but then again I didn't buy it, I got it in a beauty box. Next product, MAC Prep and Prime. This was a tiny little free sample again that I got with a MAC purchase. It was probably a lipstick that I bought, because a few years ago I went through a phase of liking a couple of particular shades of MAC lipsticks, which are Flat Out Fabulous, Ruby Woo and Heroin. So there you go. Anyway, I also quite liked Myrrh and Teddy Bear. Was it Teddy Bear or Teddy Velvet? Or Velvet Teddy? Anyway, there was a few of them that I really liked. Anyway, this was just a little prep and prime sample. I've used most of it, but the little bit that's left, it stinks. It absolutely stinks, so it's going in the bin. Next product, I think I got this in a Glossy Box advent calendar, and that must have been last year or the year before, and I don't know which year it was, but all I know is it doesn't smell fantastic anymore, so that's why it's going in the bin. This is Mitchell and Peach, and it's Flora No. 1 Fine Radiance Face Oil. It was nice when I first got it, even though it did have quite a delicate light smell. It was a very subtle smelling facial oil, but it wasn't like really uber greasy, so that's why I quite liked it. But now it's just, it actually doesn't smell that hideous when I'm giving it a little sniff there now. And I'm looking at the little date on it, and it says 12M, so I'm thinking I've had this open for longer than 12 months, I'm sure I have. However, I might have my dates wrong with this one item. So if anybody can remember getting this Mitchell and Peach facial oil in the Glossy Box advent calendar, please let me know if it was last year, 2019, or the previous year, 2018. If it's 2018, it is definitely going in the bin. If it's 2019, then I can possibly hold on to this, but I'd still have to get it used up ASAP. So if anybody knows, please let me know about that product before I chuck it in the bin. Sorry about the clattery noise, it's me watch catching on to my little bucket all the time. Anyway, Monu Skin Line Smoothing Skin Perfector. It's a combination skin instant blur technology. This is brand new. I thought it had a seal on it, but it didn't. and I know I tested it out on my hand about a year ago. On the little time thing it says 12M, so I could risk keeping it and trying it out, but I actually put some on my hand the other day and I gave it a little bit of a sniff. I'm just going to give it another sniff now actually. It smells old. It's just got that kind of old face cream smell about it, where you know that something's kind of turned a little bit, as if it's been sat in the sunlight, even though it hasn't been in the sunlight. It just doesn't smell great, so that is definitely going in the bin. Devastated about that though, because it's actually quite a nice product. Next product is by This Works, and this is an Evening Detox Spray-On Exfoliant. Tiny little sample, so this must have been Birchbox. If it wasn't Birchbox, then it must have been an extra sample in something else. I think I used this once and my skin felt a little bit sore after it, so I think it was slightly old stuff. So it's going in the bin. I've never used it since and not interested in trying it, especially not if it's going to bring my skin out in any kind of breakouts. I actually got a spot the other day down there. I hardly ever get spots, but when I do, it's always in a noticeable place, like my nose, my forehead, or in this case it's down here, which isn't too bad because I think I've covered it today. But now that I've pointed it out, you're probably going to see it. Anyway, I've hammered the tea tree oil on it, by the way, for the last week. I've been covering it in tea tree oil constantly, which works, by the way. It really does dry the blemishes out quicker. Anyway, right, I'm waffling. Next product, Dr. Dennis Gross, and this is Alpha Beta Exfoliating Moisturizer. I got this in the Look Fantastic Black Friday box, I think it was last year. So it was literally about a year ago. This is 6 or 12 months. I can't read what it says because I haven't got my glasses on. Surprise, surprise. But anyway, I've been using it for the last couple of months actually, on and off, and it's at least half gone, if not more than that. Smells okay, but I know it's been open for long enough, so it's going the distance. Plus it made my skin a tiny bit greasy, if I'm honest, so I didn't really want to keep it. Yeah, it smells okay. It smells quite cucumbery, but like I say, it made my skin a little bit greasy, so that's why it's going the distance. We're nearly at the end, a few more to go. This is a freebie I got, I think, in the Latest in Beauty box about a year ago. In fact, it might have been 2 years ago. I really don't know. It's by Poetry Meets Science, AG, Argentum. Really not sure what the brand is, if it's Argentum or Poetry Meets Science. And this is a face, eyes and neck cream. On the bottom, it just says face, eyes and neck, Argentum. When I first got this, it smelled so nice. It's in a lovely little glass pot as well. I'll be honest, that still smells alright, you know. And I do have about half a little tub left here. And it's a lovely black glass pot. But it says, does that say 8 months or 18? Seriously, I need my glasses on. I'm going to keep that one aside because I'd be surprised if it said 8 months. But if it's 18 months, I might be able to risk keeping that one. Anyway, it still smells alright. Do you know what? That still smells quite nice. If my hand doesn't come out in a horrible rash within the next few minutes, then that might be okay to keep. Although it is a little bit greasy. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep that one aside for now, just in case. Next product, Balance Me again. This is a Hyaluronic Plump and Mist. I definitely got this in Birchbox. I'm pretty sure I did. And it was literally just this month. This is the one that I said smelled disgusting. And it was all sticky and it took ages for the pump to work. So it's going in the bin. Absolutely no good. And it really didn't smell very nice either. This product I've had for, must be nearly 3 years. So it's definitely going in the bin. Never used it. It is Origins, I don't know what it is, Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience. Anybody else know what that is? I haven't got a clue. But I must have got it on a pick and mix sample or something. It's like a kind of watery oil by the feel of it. And it smells horrible. I'm really not sure what happened to it, but it definitely got old and stinky, so it's going in the bin. Next product, Emma Hardy, really quite a nice skincare brand. This is a Protect and Prime, so it's a moisturising lotion and it does smell quite nice, but if you get it anywhere near your eyes, it stings like mad. Anyway, this is almost empty. This probably should have went in an empties video. I do have another one of these, but this one has definitely been open for longer than it should have been, so that's why the rest of it's going in the bin. But there's probably only about maybe a fifth left in there, if not less. but it is a nice product. It's not horrible, but if you get it in your eyes, by Christ, it bloody stings. Anyway, second last product is Balance Me Congested Skin Serum. This is just getting a bit old and it's only got a tiny bit left. Again, it should have gone in an empties video, but for some reason it was in this bucket, so hey ho, it's still going in the bin no matter what. This actually smelled really nice at the time. It smelled quite gingerly and quite fresh. Gingerly, is that a word? I meant gingery. It smelled quite gingery. Gingerly means something entirely different. So this smelled quite gingery. Yeah, it does smell really nice. I like that kind of smell. Slightly medicated, slightly like ginger, slightly spicy. That does smell quite nice, but it's definitely been open for too long, so it's going in the bin. And there's only a tiny bit left. Final product, I got this in a Medusa's makeup box about a year ago, and it's leaking. It's been leaking ever since I got it, and I don't know why on earth I kept it, because it just gets things ruined if you've got them like sitting around it. So this is by Lovebird, again, American brand, and it's Hippie Dippy Facial Serum. Now, I loved the smell of this when I first got it, despite the fact that it was leaking. It's in like a metal roller ball, and it actually smells like sweet Play-Doh, which I like the smell of Play-Doh. Might be a bit strange, but I like the smell of Play-Doh, but it smells like sugary Play-Doh. It smells really nice. It still smells quite nice, but it's leaking like mad, and I've got so many facial oils that I really didn't need to keep it. So that's why it's going in the bin, and I'm pretty sure that the little date on it has gone past its best. Plus, like I say, it's leaking. Who wants to keep products that leak all over the place? Not me. So that is everything in part one of this decluttering project. So I hope you've enjoyed, guys. I know I'm very naughty for getting rid of all this stuff, but it's not going to get used. It's going old, it's going funky, it's going stinky. Best to put it in the bin, and I wouldn't dare send it to anybody, because like I say, stuff's starting to smell a bit funky, and nobody wants funky stuff on their face. So right, that's part one done, but thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for part two, which will be either body care products or makeup, which will probably take forever to go through, so I'll have to blast through them so quick because there's so many duplicate items. Anyway, right, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you're all well. Till next time, take care and bye for now.